This is my kitty Promise. Promise has weird symptoms. I think she's got something stuck up her nose. Promise. Here. Seems to be the left side. Prom. Having a tough time, aren't you, Prom? Seems to be this side of her nose. It's actually a little better this morning than it normally is. Prom. Promise. This is Promise's story. Promise, about 6 months ago, well, Promise is a feral cat. She came to me when she was 6 months old as a feral cat in the feral release program. I used to do a lot of cat rescue. And she adopted me, and I couldn't bear to place with her after that. And I only have one cat. She is my last cat. And about 6 months ago, she got sick, and like a cold-like symptoms. And I got some antibiotics for her, and she never seemed to get any better. So I went back to the vet, actually to a new vet that I'd never been to that someone recommended. And they looked at her, didn't even call me into an office or a room, told me that she had ulcerated tongue and an ear infection to the tune of almost $200. Actually, it was $171. The antibiotics didn't work, so I went back again the second time. And when I went back the second time, they gave me more antibiotics and said, yeah, it should be fine. So it ended up being about a $200 bill. She was getting a little better, but about a week later she started vomiting on a Saturday night. And she started vomiting about every 20 minutes, and she wouldn't stop all night. So I went to a vet. In the other side of town that was open on Sundays. Alibi? Drop it. I went to a vet that was open on Sundays on the other side of town. And because I was trying to find somebody who could take my cat on a Sunday. And I'd never been there before. Well, they kept her overnight, and they did several tests. And unbeknownst to me, when I went back the next day, my bill was $1,200. I had $300. I had to beg, borrow, and steal, just about, to my family to come up with that $1,200 to get my cat back. They told me it was, they didn't know. I mean, I never got a definitive answer at the time. Well, they gave me some things to give her, and she still wasn't getting any better, including prednisone, and she still wasn't getting any better. So I called them again, and I said, look, this is how much money I have. Can we put her out and do a biopsy of her throat and her nose and her ears, just to see, check and see if there's a polyp in there or something stuck up there. And they did. They worked with me. They were really good about that. They worked with me on it, but they couldn't get up her nose. They went up down her throat. They went in her ears, and $300 later, I still don't have an answer. So now we're up to $1,800 in vet bills for this cat. I went to another vet. This is now my third vet, to find out what the heck was going on, to see if maybe she had a bacterial infection. And he thinks there's something up her nose and in her nasal cavity. And he put her on interferon for a month to see if that would help with, and if it was a bacterial infection. And that has made her feel better, but she still has this horrible congestion in her nose. And I flush it out every day, otherwise she can't breathe at all. So otherwise it's really bad. Oh, poor me. Actually, she's pretty quiet right now. Usually she sounds horrible. Come here, honey. So my two dilemmas are to do this exploratory surgery from my vet It's, he says $600 to $800. And I'm going to call Gainesville and see if I can get in there, but that's going to cost quite a bit of money too. And that's money I don't have. I'm still paying back the $1,800 I owe my family. Actually, it's $1,200. I paid for the other. But I'm still paying back the $1,200 I owe my family. And there's just no money left. So that's one dilemma. And the second dilemma is, does anybody has had something that happened like this to them with one of their animals? You know, with the breathing up the nose. And can anybody give me any idea what this might be, perchance? So that's it. That's Promise's story, and I look forward to hearing from you soon. Bye-bye.